All right. Well, first of all, welcome everyone. The date is June 5th, 2017. Basically, I've initiated this meeting with all of you here today in the hopes to have something implemented for our student, Jason Gray. As you all know, we've been dealing with certain behavioral issues, and that's basically why we are here today. We've called all you here today to have this meeting to basically look at that and see if we can implement some kind of strategy for him. Also, before we begin, I just want to welcome Tracy Gray. This is Jason's mother.
Hi, everybody.
And she's basically here to listen to the different things that we might bring to the table, that we might want to implement, and also to voice any concerns that she might have. Okay, so before we begin, I thought we'd just go around and introduce ourselves. So I'll start. As you know, my name is Jeff Smith. I am the department head for the Special Education Department at the Planning for Independence School. We have Gary here as well. He's going to be joining us via conference call. And yeah, he is the CYW at the school.
I'm Corey. I'm the occupational therapist.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm the Secretary Treasurer and I'll be taking the minutes today.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm the speech and language pathologist.
And I'm Nicole. I'm part of the ASD behavioral team. Thank you guys for coming.
Great, okay. So we're pretty much going to stick to the agenda to the best that we can. So I think first on the agenda we have you, Nicole. So if you'd like to discuss what you've taken down or what you have observed with Jason.
So after observing Jason, I think he would benefit from a visual schedule. I find that him not knowing what to anticipate next is going to cause him anxiety. Another activity that I think we can start to do is to use a first and then card with Jason. So followed by an activity that he would prefer to do. Another activity that I think that could work is something called a token system. So this is something like a reward system. So after he completes an activity, he would get a sticker. And after he gets 4 stickers, he can then choose a preferred activity of his choice. For example, going on the computer for a certain amount of time, such as 5 to 10 minutes. The last activity I'd like to implement is a timer that he can use in between activities. That way, when he works on a preferred activity for a certain amount of time, and when the beeper goes off, he then knows that the activity is finished, and now he knows to move on to the next one. So I think it's also important that we remember the SEAT method, which S is standing for is he needing sensory, E is he trying to escape from what he's doing, A is he looking for attention, or T does he need something tangible. So I believe that by implementing the visual schedule, the token reward, a timer, and the first and then card would help improve his ability to complete and transition from activities.
Okay, great. Thanks, Nicole. All right, moving on and sticking to the agenda, I'm going to pass it on to Corey. So, Corey, what do you feel would help with Jason's current situation?
All right, thanks for having me. I really feel strongly that Jason's aggression is due to gross motor and sensory. There's a few things that I think Jason will benefit from. First, I think that Jason really needs to move around a lot. He's always getting up and jumping around. So I think trying to stimulate his sensory motor would be really good. I think that the first thing I would recommend would be taking a walk around the school, at least for a short time during the period. And I'd also say that a weighted blanket on his lap would be really good for helping him stay calm during the work period. I think giving a break for maybe push-ups or some jumping jacks throughout the class would be good, at least for 5 minutes during the class. And maybe some therapy for him to soothe any sort of sensory stimulation. Overall, I really think that this will help with his anxiety and aggression through the course of time.
All right, thank you, Corey. That was excellent. I think this meeting's been very informative so far. So sticking to the agenda, next we have Elizabeth. So if you'd like to share with the group here.
Thank you. Let me just start off by saying that Jason's a really extremely bright student, and it's my goal to give him a voice. It's important that we try to find a way to allow Jason to tell us what he wants and what he needs. And after reading the daily logs and observing Jason myself, it's clear to see that he really enjoys the computer and the iPad and seems to really excel in technology. There are two things that I'd like to implement into Jason's day that I believe would help him to communicate with staff and students. The first thing I'd like to implement is a picture exchange system, PECS. I will gladly come in first couple of times to demonstrate to supporting staff on how to implement PECS. I suggest that we start with a preferred activity, for example, something he enjoys, like lunchtime. Maybe this is where we can ask mom to pack some of his favorite treats on a daily basis. If possible, then have him have a picture of those treats, and we would show those to him on hand, and he would have to give us the matching picture in order to receive that treat again. Basically, he gives the staff a picture of what he wants, and in exchange, you would give him what he asked for. Secondly, I'd like to incorporate the iPad for him. I would like to specifically get one just for Jason to use throughout his day. Maybe that's something that your department has a budget for, Jeff?
Yes, I'll make sure that our department looks into the budget for the iPad, for sure. We'll look into that.
There's a great program called ProLoquo that would allow Jason to navigate through the app and allow him to tell us what he's feeling. Because he's really tech savvy and very bright, I think he'd be able to incorporate this and learn it fairly quickly. I would come in and demonstrate how this app works on the iPad and then follow up to see how it's helped him make any progress.
All right, excellent. Thank you for sharing that, Elizabeth. At this point, I think I just would like to open up the floor to Tracy Gray here, Mrs. Gray. If you have any concerns you'd like to voice or anything, any feelings or thoughts on what we've been discussing here today, please feel free to share with us. I'd love to hear some of your opinions.
Not really. I just wanted to say thank you all for all the different ways that you've been helping my son. My main concern right now is not being able to implement all these strategies at home because I am a single mother with 3 kids and I do have 2 jobs. So my main focus right now would be trying to find some type of respite at this point.
All right, now looking at the agenda, I'm just going to call on Gary here. I just want you guys to know, actually, me and Gary have been working closely with Jason and the supporting staff. So he does oversee the supporting staff within the classroom and has been working one-on-one. But I'll let him explain more. So welcome, Gary. All right, thanks, Gary. I do understand that you're doing the shift at the hospital, so we do appreciate your time here. Talking and being part of this meeting. So thank you for joining us. Okay, so lastly, I just want to touch on looking at the budgets. I will follow up on that and see how much we have left in the budget, what we're able to purchase, such things as the iPad or programs needed, any manipulatives that are needed for Jason. I'll follow up and look into that. And that should be all for now. I think we touched on everything. We followed the agenda through. I want to thank you guys all for coming. The meeting is adjourned, and let's make sure that we can get together and follow up in about a month once these strategies and techniques have been implemented in about, I think we discussed, a week to 2 weeks from now, right? We're going to start implementing these strategies, and we'll follow up in a month from that date. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Lights will guide